Yeah, hi. This is John from the Beards and Sundries HR. We were wondering, why are you giving out the store number? We explicitly have said numerous times, please do not give out the store number on your little dog and pony show. But you just insisted, so yeah, we're going to need to schedule a meeting with the three of you. Hopefully, we can air out some grievances. Anthony, I did apologize to you. Stop mentioning it, please. So give me a call back whenever you can. You know the number, which is not this one. This is for your store. Please stop. Stop now. Okay, thanks, bye.
And welcome back.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to Season 2, Episode 6 of the Beards and Sundries podcast.
Wow. Episode 6.
Episode 6. That's right. That means it's time for another lunch break here at Beards and Sundries, the shop where three gay men with beards talk about a new sundry in each episode.
My name is Jay, and move over, T-Pain. I, too, am in love with a stripper.
Gonna have to tell the person you're dating about that. You know what? He'll find out by listening to the podcast.
He's one and the same?
Maybe.
And I'm Anthony, and I'm just happy it's finally the time of the year where they grind my foot calluses off and turn them into the candy hearts we all know and love.
So dry.
Wow.
And I'm Joe, the unripe fruit and half-melted chocolates that make up that very sad edible arrangement. And today's topic is Valentine's Day.
Yay.
That's right, beardos. In just a couple of short days, it'll be time to celebrate the most lovey-dovey time of the year, filled with absolutely no disappointments.
Yay!
Yippee.
So today we are going to chat about all things Valentine's, the holiday, the candy, the parties from elementary school, and plus, today we have something to check out that we think you'll all really love.
But first, what about that call from HR?
What about that call from HR?
What about it? Nobody listens to HR. Nobody cares.
I'm going to do what I do with every other call from HR. I'm going to put that right into the trash.
It's not 999-224-you. It's 224 them.
It's not our fault that we're listed on Google.
But thanks for trying, John. That was very thoughtful, but nobody cares.
So thoughtful. There were thoughts, but it wasn't thoughtful.
You know what number we should release next on the Beards and Sundries podcast?
Yeah, I think I know it.
The Beards and Sundries HR phone number.
His beeper number.
We'll throw him one of those candy hearts that says, "Page me."
It's nice to know that we have an HR department, though, for complaints, so I can stop dealing with them.
I never did. Joe, what kind of sundries am I going to find in the Valentine's aisle?
Edible underwear.
Well, Jay is sipping on some wine right now, but don't worry, we've ordered extra Boda boxes for aisle 4 this year. So if you guys are new to the show and you're wondering just what the hell a sundry is, the term comes from an Old English word meaning odds and ends. Today it's used mainly in retail to group together certain items that don't really have a group of their own. So today, as three very romantic gay men with beards, we are using the term to group together the wide range of topics that we cover.
Wow.
Incredible.
I'm shocked every time.
So romantic.
I'm in love with that intro.
I'm in love with a stripper intro.
I do it for you. Well, Joe, what's our first topic about Valentine's Day?
Well, in typical fashion, our first topic today is Valentine's Day itself. Now, there is quite a plethora of information on Wikipedia regarding this topic. Kind of skimming through it, let's see. So it says here that Valentine's Day, also called St. Valentine's Day or Feast of St. Valentine,
who we eating?
is celebrated annually on February 14th. It originated as a Christian feast day honoring one or two early Christian martyrs named Saint Valentine.
It's weird how Christianity is entangled in a lot of things here.
You know what? I was going to go into it, but I'm not going to go into it.
I know. I was like, go on.
Now, it says here, the Valentines honored on February 14th are Valentine of Rome and Valentine of Terni. Valentine of Rome was a priest in Rome who was martyred in 269. He was added to the calendar of saints by Pope Gelasius I in 496 and was buried on the Via Flaminia. The relics of St. Valentine were kept in the church and catacombs of San Valentino in Rome, which remained an important pilgrim site throughout the Middle Ages until the relics of St. Valentine were transferred to the church of Santa Prassede during the pontificate of Nicholas IV.
My favorite part was how he looked at us like, I think I'm saying this right, and I couldn't even pronounce my Jewish heritage that I'm still not going to try now because I'm nervous I'll make it up and be criticized.
I will correct what you're saying as far as Ashkenazi Jews are concerned. I do not give a shit if we pronounce a pope's name correctly on this podcast.
Oh, Professor Jack B. O'Rourke of the University of Kansas notes that abstracts of the acts of the two saints were in nearly every church and monastery of Europe. And then it says here that the 1969 revision of the Roman Catholic calendar of saints, the feast day of St. Valentine on February 14th, was removed from the general Roman calendar and regulated to particular calendars for the following reason. Though the memorial of St. Valentine is ancient, it is left to particular calendars, since, apart from his name, nothing is known of St. Valentine except that he was buried on the Via Flaminia on February 14th. So that's literally the only reason.
I hope to God you edit that in somehow.
Thank you for all that very wonderful and inspiring information, Joe.
You're welcome.
We were 100% paying attention.
I feel very educated.
So yeah, St. Valentine. Cool, bro. Cool.
Well, why do we slob each other's knobs on that day now?
Ooh, gobbler knob.
In 1797, a British publisher issued the Young Man's Valentine Writer, which contained scores of suggested sentimental verses for the young lover unable to compose his own. So it was like writing paper valentines for your love.
So a text message.
Paper valentines become so popular in England in the early 19th century that they were assembled in factories. Fancy valentines were made with real lace and ribbons, with paper lace introduced in the mid-19th century.
Thanks, Ted Cheerios.
You're welcome.
He texted me, you up at 11 p.m.
In the United States, the first mass-produced valentines of embossed paper lace were produced and sold shortly after 1847 by Esther Howland of Worcester, Massachusetts.
Worcestershire? Worcestershire?
Worcestershire? Oh. Well, it says here, in 1868, the British chocolate company Cadbury created fancy boxes of a jazzled vagina filled with chocolate.
Nuh-uh. I was like, whoa!
That's how I explain my vagina.
Your face is just Anthony was shook.
I was excited. I was so excited. I was like, yes, go, progressive Cadbury.
But seriously, Cadbury was the first company that created fancy boxes that were a decorated box of chocolates in the shape of a heart. So they were the first company that did that.
You can order a bag of dicks to be sent to someone online, and I don't know why I haven't got some.
Oh, you can do that?
Absolutely.
I could just order a dick on the internet.
It's chocolate dicks. You can also get gummy dicks and all sorts of stuff.
You can also get chocolate buttholes.
Oh, I know. Because we used to do this very, very aggressive gag gift exchange that was funny. And long story short, we bought one of our friends a box of chocolate assholes.
Oh.
I know this from the Ladies and Tangents podcast. They talked about it. And you literally, isn't there a kit where you can make the mold yourself and then they'll make chocolates?
Yep.
Yeah. Don't clench is the big takeaway I got from them.
But how do you not clench when you're making a mold?
Like, don't grab onto it, I guess. Just
don't grab onto it.
Don't wink. Don't wink that brown eye.
Is that it? Do we have to talk about Valentine's Day the day anymore? Can we talk about something cool?
Can we talk about more butts?
Yeah, butts.
This is where I had the elementary school Valentine's Day party. Did you want to talk about that, or do you want to talk about butts?
Mmm.
You decorate your desk, and you were supposed to bring in your paper Valentines for everyone, or a little piece of candy.
And you decorate a box, not your own box, but an actual figure of a box.
We did both. Sometimes we would do a box, and sometimes we would do like a manila envelope that you would decorate and hang it on the front of your desk. And like you were supposed to bring in your Valentines for the entire class because no one could be left out.
Oh yeah, well,
and then you had like the little box of candy, or you bring like the small teeny tiny bite sized candy bars, or you'd have like the sucker attached to a card, and everyone got a Valentine. And sometimes the real cool kids would have like the fancy candy, and they'd put it in your, or if like someone really wanted to get it in your elementary school class.
Yeah, but think about how, okay, so you'd have to write one for everyone. So you would write like, Happy Valentine Day to the person that you didn't like. And then you
just give them the generic one and just write their name on it that was already filled out. And just,
exactly.
There you go.
To, I don't want to say any names because I could, knowing my luck, one of them would listen. She'd be like, bitch.
Meh.
Yeah, to J from blank. And I'd be like, oh, yay. But then you would get like, to J. You're so cute. And then like, a heart over, I don't know, the Y, what the fuck ever.
A Cadbury vagina.
And yeah, and then like a little smiley face drew on it, and you'd be like, oh, they put a lot of effort in this. But like I had, 28 kids in my class, probably, average. And so I was working on 28 cards every year. Wow.
Well, and if my parents were here, they would both praise me for having everything done on time, ready to go. I never did anything last minute, right? Right, Mom? We never had to do things the night before until midnight. I was always such a prepared little cut.
Congrats, Mom.
It's really paying off in adulthood.
Hey, listen, procrastination pays off because a lot of times the things that I'm supposed to do get canceled. So,
well, coming off of the heels of that conversation about the elementary school party, I kind of thought we could go into our next topic. I thought it'd be fun to talk about all the different candies that come from Valentine's Day. Now, Halloween is the candy holiday, but Valentine's Day has some pretty great stuff too. Chocolate.
Valentine's Day chocolates, I think, are superior to Halloween chocolates.
I can agree with that. Like, there are some really, like, even the shitty chocolate boxes usually have something really nice in them.
There's some good stuff in there. Like, you get chocolate covered nougat, you get chocolate covered crisps, you get like the different like versions of fruit fillings that are in there. Like,
and the heart boxes are super cute.
It's still a family tradition for us that like I will probably get a box of like chocolates from my grandmother, just like the Russell Stover heart box, like
the classic.
It's classic, and I will eat the fuck out of those things because I really do like them, and I'm not a chocolate person for the most part.
Who the fuck are you?
I don't know. Ask Joe.
No, I don't know. I like chocolate, so I don't know what's wrong with them.
I like it. I just don't usually go out of my way for it.
To be fair, I don't obsess over it like a lot of people. I get it. I'm also really weird, and as I've aged, I've grown to love dark chocolate. And I know that's a little strange.
I'm still not there yet. I'll eat it, but I'm still bigger on milk chocolate.
I remember when I was in second grade, it was like white chocolate was wonderful, milk chocolate was great, dark chocolate was gross. Now, I'm in my 30s, and white chocolate makes me want to vomit. Milk chocolate's fine. Dark chocolate, fucking amazing.
They do say your taste buds reset as you age.
I do like white chocolate a lot still. I enjoy it.
Yeah, I do too.
Actually, after this is over, I'm making protein balls that have dark chocolate chips in them.
I'll put protein in your balls.
Excuse me?
Ball.
Yeah, I was like, let's talk about one ball.
Oh, I had a volunteer, our friend Matt, actually. I told them if they ever considered becoming breeders, he and his wife Kaylin, that I would cut his balls off. And he said, and I quote, "As long as you give one to Jay."
Oh, that's so sweet. And tell him that if he ever needs a ball cut, I have a great urologist that will be funny and does a great job and makes a lot of jokes at you.
Well, that's romantic. Happy Valentine's Day, Matt.
Happy Valentine's Day. And thank you so much for that really generous offer. That was so sweet.
In the spirit of Valentine's Day.
Well, I also wanted to talk about the typical holiday tradition that is Reese's cups. Now, every holiday they usually have a shape. So, like, they have like the pumpkin for Halloween, they have the Easter egg for Easter. This holiday is no different. They have the heart shape. I've already seen them at Target on different store shelves. They have the heart shape. It's like an elongated.
They're pink.
I don't like that.
Are they really?
They are pink.
It's pink chocolate?
The wrapper's pink?
Hold on.
Oh, you got one? Bitch, give me it. No way, they're pink? Oh my god, I didn't know.
They are pink and they look a little phallic.
No, turn it upside down.
No, you go balls first on
It looks
Valentine's
like-
Day.
Oh, look, you can give us a reenactment.
No,
Yeah.
only one of them.
If you eat one.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Well, okay, man. Now on the list of holidays, that bumps them up quite a bit
I
for
don't
me.
know. I think
Now, the Christmas tree is still superior.
yes, Christmas tree is
Okay.
the best
On the
version
record.
of the shape.
Christmas tree is number one.
Is it Christmas tree or is it pumpkin?
No, Christmas tree.
No, Christmas tree.
Because I forgot now.
It's the ratio. The chocolate to peanut butter ratio in Christmas tree.
The pumpkin is up there too. I'd put it at number 2. That's fair. But that Valentine's heart being pink, that opens up a new world of like hilarious jokes because it looks like a ball sack.
Now I know they do the egg shape on Easter, but what if this year we gave them permission to do, I don't know, a cross? Maybe they make a Reese's cross, a Reese's Star of David, for Hanukkah.
How would they do that shape? Oh, I guess it just... Okay. I could see the Hanukkah, the Star of David. That'd be pretty easy. The cross would be kind of weird.
No, I want like the full on, like you have to like special purchase it because it's like this big
Oh.
Star of David.
Oh, yeah,
Like
definitely
the whole,
special
like,
purchase it.
Just for Jay because he's 0.1% Ashkenazi Jew.
Oh my
Y-
God.
We have to recognize my past. My genes from 6 or more generations ago.
You should probably throw those jeans away.
Especially after you fill out the space on the bingo card.
Fill it out a few times over the course of 6 or 7 generations.
It's a very exciting development concerning the Reese's shapes. But as regards to other candy, a lot of companies phone it in. They just make the same candy, but they just make the wrapper red and pink, which I think is kind of stupid.
Or once in a blue moon, they change the colors to be pastels, like because it's a hard colored shell. So they're like, "Look, here's
Like
pastels."
They're like, here's pink and white and red.
And I'm like,
So
okay.
M&Ms do that. And I'm just like, you don't have to put the effort out there, M&Ms. Like, you're going to be the exact same flavor no matter what color you are. Like,
You added pastel, which means you added half of the recommended amount of coloring because you made it light.
The only cool time to get different colored M&Ms is when you're at the M&M store. If you've ever been to a giant M&M store, it's cool to get like custom colors and make your own mix.
if you're getting married, you can order custom M&Ms. And we did that for our wedding. So we had like our own little custom colored M&Ms that had our names on there. It was cool.
Oh, I want to talk about... I also thought we could talk about the conversation hearts. Those little chalky...
The chalky ones?
kind of dry hearts that come in a box. Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Anthony. Go.
oh no, I was just going to say, I used to really like those when I was a kid. And I know it's so terrible because they're such fucking awful things. But I like the texture of those whenever I was growing up.
As a kid, I loved them.
Honestly, there are a couple of them that are pretty good. Like the orange ones are good. The yellow ones are good. Like they're not all bad. Like, yeah, they're dry and chalky, but it's not always awful.
As I've gotten older, I don't like them because they kind of remind me a lot of Tums.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm at with them too.
They are Tums. How romantic.
They are like children's Tums without medicine in them. Basically, what it is it's Tums preparing you for your future. So they're like, here, eat this candy that's non-medicated. And then as an adult, you'll be like, it's just like Tums. And Tums would probably sell more if they'd put cute little messages on it.
Well, and then I found an article here, and I don't know what's funnier about it. The fact that it's called The Best Candy Heart Sayings from the Past 120 Years, or the fact that I found it on Reader's Digest,
Both?
which in itself, I believe, is 120 years old.
I forgot about Reader's Digest entirely.
Yep, same.
Let's see. Sweethearts have been made using the same simple recipe for well over a century, but they saw a major change in 2018 when Necco, of course, that's fitting, Necco wafers, same texture, when Necco abruptly went out of business. Fortunately, the brand was saved by the Spangler Candy Company, and after a 2-year hiatus, Candy Conversation Hearts returned to store shelves in 2020, a bright spot in an all-around tough year. Yeah, that really made my 2020, you guys.
Was that a bright spot? I was like, oh, thank God I can get...
Thank fucking God the Sweethearts are back.
Tiger King wasn't enough, so guess we need some conversational sweethearts.
What do you think they said? Like, social distance, baby.
Well, no, because this is February of 2020. We were all naive and we didn't know anything.
Oh, yeah, we were still
that's
dumb then,
true.
because it wasn't until March that everything went nuts.
So what do you think they said? Were they like, kiss everyone? No hand sanitizer?
Use your tongue when you make out.
Use your tongue instead of a handshake. They didn't have enough room for that.
Spit in my mouth.
Daddy.
I think I'd love to hand that heart to someone. Oh, spit in my mouth.
Do you know what is a better version of a Valentine's Day candy heart? Sweet tart hearts.
Oh, yeah. I like sweet tarts.
I don't enjoy sweet tarts.
I love sweet tarts. I love them. I also like Smarties a lot.
I like Smarties too.
I'll choose chocolate any day over that kind of stuff.
Oh, well, yeah, absolutely. But I'm not mad at a roll of Smarties.
I don't enjoy any of those candies at all. Like, I will skip them. I don't need candy in that case.
Here's a few from 1999's theme that was Now and Then. Let's Do Lunch.
Okay.
That just drips romance.
I mean, I like good lunch.
1-800-CUPID.
Okay. Stupidly cute.
Walk On By.
That's the stay the fuck away from me. Like, you get a let's do lunch and then you return that with a walk on by. Like, I don't want to do lunch with you.
Here's a good one via Cher Horowitz, apparently. As If.
Oh.
Why would you give that to somebody? No, it's from 1999.
Because in 2000, what was that movie? Bring It On came out, and there was a song As If in that song.
Here's 2000, which is next. Celebrating the Millennium was the theme. Here's a few. Swing Time. For you swingers out there.
Oh, was it pineapple flavored?
Candy Heart's getting right down to business.
I hope it was pineapple. 2000 Hugs.
Oh, cute. That's stupid.
Time Out.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but this is probably my favorite one from that year. Just the peace sign.
Sorry, I've been looking at like different candies while you've been reading some of these out, and here's some Brox, right?
Brox? Oh yeah, that brand. It's kind of like Smarties, right?
Yeah. So they have one that is like a gummy jelly heart that looks like sugar coated, and on the bag,
I love a good
it
gummy.
says cinnamon hearts. Imagine the disappointment of biting into one of those if you didn't know.
Oh, I see them. Cinnamon jelly hearts.
Yeah. Like, no thank you.
On the flip side, I see a bag of strawberry cupcake glitter lollipops, and those sound dope.
Cherry jelly hearts? That sounds good.
Hey, here's a recipe on their site on Brox? Here's a recipe on their website for Conversation Heart Sugar Cookie Bars. And if you want to be the most hated person in your office, then bring these. They look like a nightmare. Like fruitcake doesn't have a thing on these things.
Hey, don't call me that.
Ew, these look terrible. I kind of want these strawberry cupcake glitter lollipops, though. They look good.
I just looked up the pronunciation of this, and the video that I watched pronounced it Bratches.
Is it really Bratches, you think?
Like, there's no fucking way it's Bratches.
I'm just like scarred from Brahms. Like, that's how I pronounce BRA now. Brox.
Oh, it's Brox. It's Brox.
It's gotta be Brox.
According to one of their own commercials, it's Brox.
Oh, okay.
I kind of want some of this candy now.
Oh, don't you worry, Beardos, because February 15th is the best day for shopping for candy because everything is going to be severely discounted.
What is this? There's a 1 pound, 2 ounce pack of chocolate covered strawberry Hershey's Kisses. It looks like it's got like a strawberry filling inside of the chocolate.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah, it's
That's like a good budget way to do like chocolate-covered strawberries. Oh, Snickers is in on the candy heart shapes here, it looks like. Snickers single-sized chocolate bars. And they're heart-shaped, it looks like. Oh, they're cute. You open up the Snickers heart, and it's 2 little hearts with a little sash that says, "Be mine." That's super cute. So here's what I was thinking, Jay, from earlier. Here's a bunch of those Reese's peanut butter hearts, but they're just regular brown shape.
All right, we've talked about candy for a while, and as much as I could probably make a whole podcast episode out of just that.
Okay, well, this last Valentine's, it's not a candy, but I did want to talk about how all the pizza places will try to do a pizza shaped like a heart. Have you guys seen these before? And every year when I see them, I get mad because it looks like just a way to waste pizza dough because it never looks like it's going to cut well.
Actually, the arcade bar that is in a cool district downtown that I like to go to on Valentine's Day, if I recall right, is offering some plan where you can get tokens to play, beers, and a heart-shaped pizza, which they have mac and cheese pizza.
I'm always on the fence about mac and cheese pizza. I don't know. I don't want it until I'm eating it.
I want it to be better.
A lot of times the noodles dry out.
The noodles dry out, and it's always drier than I prefer.
And then if it's soggy in the middle, the noodles fall off and it gets gross.
But if I'm drunk, it's great.
That's true. I'm just looking at this heart-shaped pizza from Papa John's, and you just look like it's not cut, so of course they're not showing it plate ready. How are you supposed to cut this into like even maybe fourths, but I just don't understand how you're going to cut it into 8 slices. It just doesn't make sense.
Is there a rule that you're supposed to cut it into 8 slices?
On their site, it says 8 slices. So I don't know if there's a specific parameter on how they cut it, but oh, wait, no. So I'm not sure because it says this pizza comes unsliced. So I guess they are depending on you to have a pizza cutter at home, which a lot of people do, but still, that's kind of weird.
You could cut it down the middle and split the heart in half. Or treat it like a wishbone, and you both like pull it up and you pull it apart.
Imagine it just all slides off and falls on the floor. You're like, oh, baby, how romantic.
I would actually think more like you would cut it straight down the middle. So you cut the heart in half and then you cut it into fourths.
Now,
yeah, sure.
Disclaimer, Beardos,
Yeah.
a lot of times when we get Papa John's pizza, I like to order it unsliced because when it gets to our house, I like to cut it myself. So if you're one of those people like me, this kind of makes sense. You can get it unsliced. There's no way it's going to look as good as this picture that I'm looking at. And I would just go with a regular pizza. And it's more romantic to get the toppings that you want instead.
And if you're like me ordering Papa John's, you will order a bunch of extra garlic sauce.
Oh, yeah, that stuff is
That's
so
all that
good.
matters. I don't give a shit how it's cut. I just want like 18 containers of garlic sauce, which is why my cardiologist yells at me.
So I viewed that as kind of a good segue to go from candy to our next topic, which is Valentine's Day as an adult. So we all know the kind of traditional hoity-toity kind of usual tradition. Go out to eat at a fancy restaurant. It's going to be romantic. Get each other a Valentine's Day gift. Have sex. Mash your bodies together. You know, that's kind of the whole vibe of Valentine's Day, I think. And I kind of wanted to talk about those 3 tacits, and then I've got a couple other things too. So, restaurants.
I'd like to clarify, listeners, that just mashing our bodies together is not how Joe and I have sex.
If you guys were wondering, that's not it.
Oh my god, that's not how you guys do it? I mean, I thought that was the only way, is going, yeah.
You just,
Yeah.
No, that's how we fight over the remote.
I don't fight over the remote. I give you the remote. I don't care. I got my own TV.
You have 2 TVs in the living room.
We have 3 TVs in the living room, Jay.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Valentine's Day is one of the worst times to try to go to a restaurant. Everywhere's backed up. The roads are crazy. There's traffic. A lot of restaurants will try to do a Valentine's Day special, which usually isn't that great anyway. Ugh, God. I remember I used to work at Red Lobster in college and right out of college, and one Valentine's Day, we got so backed up that for parties of 2, the wait time was 2 hours, and people were waiting because they thought it was the most romantic place to go. Oh, we're going to go to Red Lobster for Valentine's Day. It's going to be so nice. I had ticket times for food, for entrees, that were 1 hour and 20 minutes. Meaning that once you had ordered, I had taken your menu away, and I had gone to the computer and put in your order, It took 1 hour and 20 minutes for the kitchen to have your food ready for me to bring out. And people were just waiting. It was crazy. I couldn't believe it. I would have been furious. There's no way. Once I get to a restaurant and I'm waiting, I'm like, an hour and 20 minutes? No way.
I'm going to admit something on here live. And I know that the person I'm dating listens to this. But after New Year's, I booked our Valentine's dinner because I had a feeling we would go to Valentine's dinner together.
Ooh.
I booked it very early because I was like, I don't want to miss where I want to go.
Knowing full well you could cancel it.
Exactly. But that table has not had space for 2 weeks now.
So you were right to do that, just in case. That's called preparedness.
I had very good confidence, but I was like, but obviously you can cancel if need be. But yeah, I booked it like New Year's Day.
I mean, that's smart.
We typically do a dinner at home because I simultaneously hate going out and hate going out on Valentine's. We changed this 1 year. 1 year we did it differently, and we went out to eat at this place called Naples Flatbread. We got there. We got seated immediately. The restaurant was not full for sure, which was cool, right? Like I was like, oh, like great. We didn't have to have a reservation. We just got seated.
This was earlier on in our relationship too, so we weren't like...
This was 2015. This was like 4 years in.
Was it? 2015? Oh, yeah. I thought it was like 2011. But yeah, we got sat early and then we waited forever to get greeted. And then it turned out the server had been double sat, which means she had been sat with us and then also a party of 7. So she was busy, which is fine. No one ever came and told us that until far after the fact.
We didn't see her until 30 minutes later.
And multiple people walked by and saw us there with no drinks and no menus.
And the only reason that it happened, the only reason that got corrected is because it is an open kitchen. So you can see the kitchen from the sitting area. And the chef saw us and apparently made like a mental note and like noticed that we weren't being helped in any way, shape, or form. And the chef came out of the kitchen to be like, has nobody talked to you guys yet? Has nobody like given you a menu or anything like that or taking your drink orders?
Which, if you're not familiar with restaurant scenes, back of house staff don't do that. So that was a big deal.
No. Back of house staff do not care about seeing people out front.
So a more fun way to do this, for us at least, just make something at home and then enjoy each other's company at home. It's not loud. It's not crowded. You don't have to park. And then you can have whatever you want. And then you can just be at home. But on the flip side of that, if you do choose to go out, just make sure you do it right. Like, don't expect restaurants to answer the phone and say, come on over. You have to prepare because the restaurant industry is so inundated with Valentine's Day and people that expect this, that, and the other, but they don't really care about what they're asking for and who they're asking for it from. Make sure you go into it as a respectable human, and you'll have a good experience.
Just remember that everybody in the service industry, they are dealing with a lot of shit this time of year from all of these people that come in.
They're dealing with a lot of shit every time of the year.
And, well, that's true. And everyone walks in with these stupidly high expectations. And just remember that regardless, these are also people. Just be nice and be understanding.
As the Kardashians say, don't be fucking rude. Now, we also need to talk about not everyone's paired together this time of year. There are our single friends out there, and a fun trend that I've seen ever since I think Parks and Recreation did it, right? I think so. Leslie Knope, I think, brought it to light. It's called Galentine's Day. And, it's basically a fun spin on girls' night. They get together and they have their own Valentine's Day dinner, and a bunch of friends get together and they essentially have a fun time for girls' night. Now, I wanted to kind of bring a new idea to the table. It might have been done already, so if it has, I apologize. But I thought about having a fun thing called Galentine's Day. So gays, let's get together and have a party. Let's go to brunch. Let's go to Galentine's brunch. Let's have Galentine's Day celebrations.
I'll bring the poppers.
We'll be popping fresh.
I mean, I think any holiday is a time that, like, if other people are celebrating and you're worried about missing out, if you really are concerned, like, oh, I'm not partnered or I'm missing out on the celebration. It's just like family functions whenever, like, it's Thanksgiving or Christmas and you don't have a good relationship with your family. So you're not getting that. Like, we do Friendsgiving, having Christmas with friends, like just making an event for you to celebrate a different something or other, or celebrating the love of your friends and the people that are your chosen family, because that's worth celebrating as well.
Well, so then let me throw this out there. If you're not all gay, but you have a friend group that consists of males and females, or whatever you identify as, just call it this. Just call it Valentine's Day.
Or get yourself a bowl, put it by the front door, and when everybody comes over, they'll throw their keys in there.
Oh, no.
And get ready to serve pineapple upside down cake.
Not this. On the Lido deck on Carnival Vista.
I'm one of those people that when I was single during Valentine's, I was very much focused on what I called dating myself.
Ooh, yeah.
And I would do something that I enjoyed doing for myself. And if I wanted to go buy chocolates for myself, or if I wanted to buy a nice dinner, that was it. Because there's nothing wrong with being single.
Oh, God, no.
If you're single, there's not an issue with that at all. Society almost makes it feel like that if you're single, it's kind of a little bit of a shame. And I'm like, oh, no. This is perfect time to, like, find yourself and recognize what do you want in life. And when you're dating, find someone that complements that. You're not looking for someone that gives you attention. You're looking for someone that complements your personality. And I almost feel like Valentine's is a day to self-reflect on that a little bit, in my opinion, to not just settle.
I like that. I like that a lot.
That was my theory when I was single during Valentine's, and I appreciated it.
Like, what better time than the holiday of love to explore self-love?
And you can break out the KY jelly and just go to town on yourself.
Right.
Self-love.
Or, if you got a fleshlight, do the fleshlight. If you have a dildo, do the dildo. I mean, there's plenty of ways that you can have a great time on Valentine's Day by yourself.
Love yourself.
If it's literally taking a night off from your diet, eating shitty all night, and watching whatever you want, awesome. If it is buying all the dirty toys you want to play with yourself, awesome. Do it. Treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Actually, if it's both, do them all.
Just prop your feet up on the couch, get out some yellow chicken tenders and fry them up, put on Thoroughly Modern Millie, and just let the cats tear away your carcass after you're done with the CPAP.
Raspberries!
If you're by yourself on Valentine's Day, treat yourself. Do something that you want to do. Go out of your way for you.
Stop caving to this whole sappy, if you're not with someone, then you're unhappy. That is not true.
Fuck that.
You've got to be happy with yourself. If everyone makes you think that you're only happy when you're with someone else, then you need to work on you. And I can't stress that enough.
And hey, what did RuPaul say? If you don't love yourself, how the hell are you going to love somebody else? Am I right?
She's got a real good point.
Fracking, am I right?
Can I get an amen?
Okay.
Anyways, all right. We've been very serious and sappy for a minute. Let's move on.
All right. Well, speaking of Valentine's Day as an adult, and if you still want to go to a restaurant, well, you're going to love this place that we have heard about.
And now, for a word from our sponsor, Focaccia Your Face.
Ciao bella! Nonna Stella here, and I come to tell you about my new restaurante, Focaccia Your Face. My children ask me why I spend inheritance on creating this new one-of-a-kind Italian restaurante, and I say, all my grandchildren inspire me when they say things like, Nonna Stella, you don't have to cook, we can order out, and we aren't really that hungry. I just knew they were being humble and wanted more. So I decided to open Ristorante to feed everyone food just like me, Nonna Stella, used to make. And I sponsor this podcast, the Beards and Sundries Market, because these boys remind me of my lovely grandchildren. And this week, we have 3 specials for you that are inspired by the hosts of this show. For Jay, I make a special spaghetti rings and meatball dish provided by our very own Chef Boyardee. It's delicioso! And for Anthony, I make the Torri di Antonio, a tower of Nonna Stella's most special spaghetti and meat sauce shaped just like the can it came in. And for Joe, I make Giuseppe's Mac Daddy Tower, a leaning tower of macaroni a la Velveeta, just yearning to slide down your throat. So please, come see Nonna Stella at Focaccia Your Face. It's molto bene.
Focaccia Your Face. It's food that your grandma, who couldn't cook very well, served you from a can. So come see us today. We probably won't last very long.
You know, I love eating at Focaccia Your Face.
You just make sure you bring a napkin because there's such a mess afterward. It's all over your chin and just even sometimes it drips down.
But I'm so glad, it's all bread because focaccia is delicious.
I always get bread at Focaccia Your Face.
Even sometimes after you get twisted up, you can always get it all off.
All I know is if a restaurant talks about my face, anything my face, I'm in. I love it.
I get stuff there every single time. It's delicious.
Man, I love getting hand bread. Did. Hey.
They toss salads with the best of them.
Everything is hand tossed there.
Their house toss salad, they really get in there. It's good.
And that fucking dressing they use, that cream sauce.
Oh my God. Lather that up. Just slaughter.
It's got a great smooth finish too. Just in time for dessert and that drizzle.
Sometimes it gets in my beard and I'm like, this is okay.
Sometimes though it gets in your hair and I'm just like, God damn it, I got a date tonight.
I gotta get back to work. Damn it. Get it out of there.
Anyways, do we have something to check out this week?
Well, we've had a great time plugging this week's sponsor, but now I think this week Anthony has something to check out. Is that right?
I sure do, Joe. And I'm sure he likes being plugged just as much.
He's being plugged right now as we record.
And now for something to check out. So this week we actually have a very special something to check out. Our dear friend over at the Beards and Sundries HR office, John Riley, who left us our wonderful voicemail for the beginning of this episode, is actually doing a cabaret on Sunday, February 19th. So a week from the day this launches at the Laurie Beachman Theater in New York, New York.
That's right. He's doing a live version of his Life's But a Song podcast.
We'll post the link in our bio so that you can purchase tickets. But just generally know that he is doing a live there, and he is going to have a number of guests who will be participating. And so if you are in the area, go ahead and purchase your tickets and go to see Life's But a Song live. If you haven't listened to the Life's But a Song podcast, I am not much of a musical movie person, but I always enjoy John and his guests. They are funny. I get a good laugh out of almost every episode he has. Some of them are missed. No, I'm just kidding. They're all great.
I've learned a couple things from his podcast in that not every episode is about a musical. He's had a couple of guests on there where they've talked about movies and TV shows and other things that aren't necessarily musicals. So if you go through his page and look through all of his different episodes, because there's almost 200 of them now.
There's over 200 of them.
There's something for everyone.
I don't even remember what episode number I was. I feel like it was 150 something, but I was in the one about Hello Dolly.
I listened to one he did about Mr. Hanky's Christmas classics, and I was laughing so hard in the car.
I love that episode. Oh my God.
They're funny. The episodes are good.
I hope that something to check out will hopefully someday be as good as Sharp and Flat.
Maybe. We're trying so hard. Tell your friends. We love you.
Jay, do we have any Beardo submitted sundries this week?
We do have some Beardos submitted sundries, and our first one is from Derek out of Indianapolis. Hello, Derek.
Hi,
Thank
Derek.
you for emailing us. And Derek said, "Hey, beardos." I love that he used that. I thought one of the bingo squares involved an event that would cause a food shortage. Does the egg shortage count? I think it counts. Now, if you're listening, check our Instagram page because I posted on February 6th the actual bingo cards so you can see what everyone's bingo cards was, and it was the same stuff, just different organization per each person. And last I saw, I don't think we had a food shortage, but we did talk about American health crisis and E. coli.
I think he means the E. coli outbreak.
So it's not an E. coli outbreak. The issue right now is avian flu. And unfortunately, had we been smarter, we would have picked something a little less specific. But instead, we
messed that up, Derek. So if we would have been less specific, you would have really gave us something useful. But we were kind of dumb, and we made it way too specific.
We should have said food shortage, but we made it too specific.
Unfortunately, I did a lot of Google searching today and discovered that we have, in fact, checked off 0 boxes of any of our bingo cards, unless Jay has been lying to us for the last few weeks.
I was about to say, did you Google if I pooped my pants?
I don't have to Google that. Kayla is there for me.
I really, really wish we would have put something about some sort of Chinese drama, because the balloon would have been a thing.
Yeah, but that's hindsight. I mean, yeah.
We're dumb. So, as of now, we have nothing for our bingo card still as of February 6th.
We're also sad, but I'm happy to report that Anthony left the house today in his car for the first time in 2 weeks, and he was not involved in a fender bender. The Mustang is safely in the driveway once again.
Yay! Wait a minute. I'm a little offended that we're so focused on me pooping my pants, but we're kind of glazing over Anthony getting a fender bender.
Oh, so sorry you're offended about your poopy pants.
You eat food every day, Jay. I have not driven my car for 2 weeks.
Yeah, but I go lots and lots of months without pooping my pants.
But you still eat every day. The opportunity.
But I feel like I've pooped my pants less than you've been in fender benders.
I've only been in...
Statistically.
I don't know what the numbers are here.
This is a weird sliding scale.
I don't like where this is going.
We should move on to the second user content.
Well, I'll also sadly report that I have not yet reached 200 pounds. Sorry, beardos.
We're Joe. We support you in all your ways.
Well, this week, we have a second beardo in line with some sundries, so let's check it out.
We received our second voicemail actually from John, and it's not really made for opening of the show. It's a little bit more user content. Are you guys ready?
I am so ready.
So ready.
So ready.
Oh, hi, guys. Since it's John here, since y'all are not inviting me back anytime soon, I figured I would introduce a new game for your show. It's called A Call from the Beyond. Okay? So not only am I a fellow podcaster, I realize
you have to put our cactus
I'm a
on
medium.
this.
I could talk to the dead. So there's one spirit who wants to air out some grievances. Hold on, let me try and contact her for a second.
I got this at work, and I was cackling.
Oh, hi, guys. It's me, Sarah Channing. Yes. I love listening to your little radio program here in the afterlife. It's wonderful. You all are jolly men, and I wish I had a TikTok so I could see your lovely faces. I just want to... I'm a little upset because, Jay is doing my impression of me or something, and it's not good.
No, we know.
Good. And then Joe, Joe. Oh no, Joe. You gotta have a little bit more of a sound when you with raspberries. You see, you got raspberries.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
I'm loving season 2, though. You guys are doing great. I can't wait to hear more. We get here, I get everyone together every Sunday to listen. I mean, yeah, we know what days of the week are up here in the afterlife.
Okay.
But it's so wonderful. You guys are so wonderful. And you should have that John Riley fella in more. He's great. Episode 14 was a laugh riot, and we're pretty sure there's some added bonus material somewhere that you could make another episode and not actually have him
Not the
record
reach.
with you. Okay, well, I gotta go. Stephen Sondheim is at the piano today, and I'm going to sing a medley of his songs. Bye!
Oh my god, I got that at work, and I was just rolling at my desk, which of course drew attention.
That was wonderful. Absolutely incredible. No notes.
Okay, let me give it a quick try. Okay. Raspberries!
Yay!
Raspberries! Raspberries!
You gotta get a little bit of that in there.
I think my first one was better. We'll just leave that one in. You take one.
Raspberries! Thank you, John, for contacting her. Also, send our love to Carol Channing.
Tell her we said hi.
Are we ready for a game?
Oh my god, yes.
Game time, baby.
Guys, I invented a game for you.
What's the game called, Jay? What is it?
I've kind of been loving this, and this one's called Are You in Love with a Bad Plot? So the goal of this game is I'm going to describe movies with bad descriptions of their plots, and you have to figure out which movie I'm talking about.
This is kind of like that thing where it's like, describe your job badly.
Yes. And so I started it off with some easy ones where I had some multiple descriptions to help you figure it out. And then as the game progresses, you're only going to get one description. But I think you're going to do okay with this first one. So are you guys ready?
This is romantic movies or any movie?
Oh, yes. I'm glad you said that. So because it's Valentine's Day, I went with movies that are either romance or have a heavy romance theme built into the movie.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right, so are you ready? Movie number 1. You actually have 6 clues on this movie, but I'm confident you're going to figure it out first. What movie am I saying? Or what movie am I describing when I say, man saves a woman from drowning, woman doesn't return favor?
Titanic.
Oh my god, yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Are you ready for movie number 2? This one might throw you a little bit. I have 4 options for this one. Are you ready?
Yes.
Ready.
A garbage man takes up gardening to impress a woman.
Next.
Edward Scissorhands?
Nope.
Do I only get one guess?
I mean, sure, why not?
Oh, fuck.
Clue number 2. Little guy works overtime while also stealing body parts from his dead coworkers before ditching his job to go on a cruise with his unconscious girlfriend.
What? I have forgotten the first clue now.
The first clue was a garbage man takes up gardening to impress a woman.
Now I've forgotten the second clue again.
Second clue was little guy works overtime while also stealing body parts from his dead coworkers before ditching his job to go on a cruise with unconscious girlfriend.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
This sounds like a Florida Man game again.
Yeah, a little bit.
Are you ready for clue number 3?
No, but go ahead.
A robot simps so hard that he saves humanity.
Okay, I think I know it.
Go for it.
Wally?
It is Wall-E!
Eva.
Ew, I hate that.
Yes! The fourth one was adorable trash can and flower pot force fat people to walk.
That's just an Onion article.
I would have gotten that one, actually.
Yeah. I have a little Eve stuffed doll and her arms move. It's super cute.
Okay, movie number 3. This one's going to get you. This one only has 3 options. First clue, Stockholm Syndrome works.
Too broad.
Way too broad.
Clue number 2, The town's most eligible bachelor gets turned down by a girl who's into furries, so he tries to kill her new boyfriend.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yes! Beauty and the Beast!
Nice. Very good.
The third option on that was young girl with mental illness talks to furniture and marries her kidnapper.
Oh, Lifetime.
Oh, here comes Belle with her daily mean song about us.
Yeah.
All right. Movies number 3. Or wait. This is number 4, but it has 3 options. Old man obsessively stalks teenage girl.
I think I know it, but I want one more. I want one more.
Clue number 2. This is a stretch on that. 100-year-old man
Twilight.
goes to high school,
Twilight.
seduces teen. Yes.
I fucking knew it.
It is Twilight.
I was like, which slasher is this?
Well, clue number 3 would have been grumpy emo chick ponders whether to shag a corpse or a dog over several years.
There we go. That's definitely Twilight.
Okay, this next movie only has 2 clues, and I don't know if you're going to get it, so are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Ready?
All right, clue number 1. Girl wakes up to a stranger on top of her in bed, but that's cool, because he's hot.
Sleeping Beauty.
Holy shit, it is.
Damn.
There's a College Humor skit about this, and it's so funny.
So, the second clue on this was girl gets roofied and is fine with it when she finds out he's a solid 10.
Roofied? No, she gets poisoned by an apple. That's not a roofie.
Same thing. How many apples have you eaten at the bar? Anyways, next movie. This is your last movie with 2 clues. Are you ready?
Okay. Yeah, let's go.
You have to drastically change your looks and shut up to get the man of your dreams.
Miss Congeniality.
Nope.
Damn it.
Good option, though.
Give me the second clue, but I think I know what it is.
Okay. Clue number 2. Guy who can't swim ends up marrying a fish.
Little Mermaid.
Yes.
My second guess was Princess Diaries, so I'm glad I didn't guess again. That would have been...
Ooh, good job. So, the next 12 movies are 1 clue.
12 movies?
I don't want to hear it. 25 slogans.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Okay, let's go.
I think you'll guess this one. Boy spends 7 years being a third wheel.
Harry Potter.
Yes!
Oh. I don't like Harry Potter, so...
No, good point. All right. Joe, I have confidence in this one. Are you ready?
I hope so.
A teenage girl marries a foot fetishist to escape her abusive family.
Cinderella?
Oh,
Yes!
God damn it. Yeah, that's right.
Cinderella, you slut, get up.
Next movie, the one where Jennifer Aniston lost her man in front of the world. Otherwise, I'll have to give you like other clues besides jokes about this one.
Jennifer Aniston lost her man in front of the world.
Who was Jennifer Aniston with at one point?
Brad Pitt.
Yeah. What semi-romance movie would Brad Pitt have been in that Jennifer Aniston lost her man to?
I honestly don't know.
I don't know.
My brain is screaming something that is entirely wrong.
All I know her from is television.
I know her from a few movies, but like the one my brain wants to say is not right at all.
What's the one you want to say?
I'm not saying it because I'm not guessing wrong. In case we get further clues.
This movie would have had Angelina Jolie in it.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Is that really it?
That's really it.
Was Jennifer Aniston in that?
No, but Brad Pitt was in it, which Jennifer Aniston or Angelina Jolie was in it, and so Brad Pitt left Aniston.
I guess in my brain I was thinking of movies with Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, I was too.
And in the movie my brain was screaming at me was fucking Leprechaun. Over and over and over. All I could hear is Leprechaun. And I was like, Brad Pitt wasn't in Leprechaun. He was a little too famous for that.
That clue hurt my head because I love Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but I was like, she wasn't in that.
She wasn't in that. That's what I thought too. Yeah.
So far, we're at Anthony with 5 and Joe at 4, so you're actually pretty close. All right. Are you ready for next clue for the next movie? A nun bangs her boss, renounces her faith, and flees
Sister
the
Act.
country.
Sister Act.
Nope.
Well, then what is it? We both guessed wrong.
Think musical.
Oh, Sound of Music.
Yes! Well, I guess I should say there's one plot description. Otherwise, I have to help you guys till somebody guesses. Next movie. Description? Very repetitive film.
Groundhog Day.
Yep. Next movie. Man builds house, bangs average girl until ex comes back before her Alzheimer's kicks in.
What?
50 First Dates?
No.
Oh, okay.
Man builds house, bangs average girl. Okay. Can I get some sort of hint?
I'm trying to think of one without just like spoiling it so much.
Read the clue to me one more time while you're doing whatever it is you're doing.
Man builds house, bangs average girl until ex comes back before her Alzheimer's kicks in. The film has James Garner in it.
I don't know who that is.
The film also has Ryan Gosling.
I don't fucking know. La La Land?
We've referenced it on our show before, and I literally repeated some lines from it.
You just guessed La La Land. Is that it?
Nope. You guys can start guessing now, both of you, because it's now just first come, first serve.
We've referenced it on the pod before.
We have definitely referenced it. I wrote to you.
The Notebook.
Yes!
I'd know it more, but I've never watched it. I just know about it from memes.
I've never seen it either.
That was my next clue, was Joe bragged about never watching it. God, you guys are trash. I can't believe that's the one we struggled with. I expected more out of you.
Wow.
All right.
Well, have you learned your lesson yet?
I did. Next movie. I'm excited for the results on this one. Woman abandons all of her standards to win back a horny teenager with greasy hair.
Grease.
Yep. I don't know, Anthony. Joe's doing pretty well.
I'm well aware at this point.
Okay, this one may throw you both off.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's fine. It's just that Jay decided to change all the rules just for you.
All right, next clue. Guy learns to love a girl without her Instagram filters.
Shallow Hal.
No, but a great guess.
No. With all...
Joe, you ready? Throw a movie.
10 Things I Hate About You. I don't know.
Nope.
She's All That.
No. Do you need another clue?
Can I guess again now then? Or
Go for it. It's you guys can just throw movies out now, and if you want a clue, I'll give you one.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, give us a clue.
It's a cartoon.
it's a cartoon?
It has a fairy godmother.
Shrek 2?
Any Shrek. Because remember Shrek 1, he falls in love with her because she's a pretty girl, and then all of a sudden at night she becomes an ogre.
Jay, I'm sorry, but you mentioned Instagram and it wasn't in the movie. That was an important part of the clue.
Okay.
I'm sitting here thinking about movies that have Instagram in them, and that was not one of them.
You're winning by a lot at this point.
It is 9 to 5 right now.
Working 9 to 5. These are terrible fucking clues. Barely getting by.
Anthony, you have 4 more movies, and you could catch up. Are you ready?
No, but let's go.
Let's do it. A guy that's alone in the forest kisses a dead body while 7 other guys watch.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Oh, Joe, good job. Anthony, I want you to know this is how I felt during your game of guessing mottos for companies where I just watched Joe win everything.
I can't win now, so I'm just going to sit back and relax. And
Anthony, I have confidence in you that you'll catch up a little bit with this one. Drug-addicted girl takes advantage of mentally challenged boy for 3 whole decades.
50 First Dates?
Nope.
Can I have the clue one more time, please?
Drug-addicted girl takes advantage of a mentally challenged boy for 3 decades.
Forrest Gump?
Yep.
Jenny.
Jenny! I put these 2 at the end because I'm not sure how well they'll go, but I'm curious. They're pretty tough. All right. A couple with an inordinate number of children use their special talents to find their kids after they are kidnapped by a mass murderer who aims to wear their skin.
101 Dalmatians.
Yes!
Wow, yeah. I was cycling through. I was like, Incredibles, Partridge Family, Brady Bunch. Oh!
I also thought Incredibles. Incredibles came to mind.
Yeah.
All right. Good job. Final film. I don't know how this will go. I'm ready. French terrorist needs plastic surgery.
Meets or needs?
Needs.
French terrorist needs plastic surgery. That's the words that you said, right?
That is correct. Tell me when you're ready for another clue.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
It's a musical.
I don't know those.
I know.
Sorry, John.
It's a musical?
It is.
Is it a French musical?
It is not.
Okay.
Is there another clue?
The movie has Gerard Butler and Emmy Rossum in it.
Les Mis.
Nope.
Damn it. I've never seen Les Mis.
I can just tell you that they didn't have plastic surgery during Les Mis.
I got a little too excited, and as soon as I said it, I was like, that's not right.
It premiered on Broadway in October 9th of 1986.
Well, I premiered a few hundred miles west of Broadway in 1988.
And it ends this year on February 18th will be its last performance.
Okay. Congratulations.
Yeah, like you're so fucking cool.
He wears a mask.
Phantom of the Opera?
Yes!
Gerard Butler's a Phantom of the Opera?
In the movie.
Oh, damn. I gotta watch that movie. Oof.
It's, it's funny as an adult, like in my 30s now, I'm like, this is kind of terrible movie, but I loved it for years.
Oh, man. Gerard Butler is hot.
All right.
Apparently in the movie he was really hot because his face melted off.
So I love that score. It was Joe 12 to Anthony 6.
Hey.
Well, I started off strong, but unfortunately, much like every other aspect of my life, I finished weak.
I'm sorry. I've been watching a lot of Celebrity Jeopardy lately, so I'm loving these quiz questions.
So have I, bitch.
Oh.
Wow, look how bitter Anthony's getting after losing.
You know what? I hear the music coming back on. I hear it. It's on. I'm going to cut that out of the pod. That's not going to be in here.
I like that you crossed out the word Carol.
Oh, yeah. I was starting to write this scorebook, and all of a sudden I looked up and I was listening to John's voicemail about Carol Channing. And so I scratched out Carol.
The best voicemail.
You know what, Beardos? Thank you for joining us for yet another episode of the Beards and Sundries podcast.
It's been so romantic this week.
The only podcast where I can lose every game.
I love making these games, though. This is fun.
Well, that's right, guys. It's been another fun lunch break here in the market this week. We've enjoyed having you so immensely, and we really hope that you will start sending more content to us. Our email address is still the same. It's beardsandsundries@gmail.com, and we have our new fun hotline. It's 405-999-2242.
You can also always find us on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, and you can message us on any of those places. I will respond because I'm in charge of our socials.
And that hotline is not just for phone calls. You can also send us text messages too. Just send us all the content you want.
Don't forget to review and rate us on whatever platform you're listening on. That helps us to get in front of more listeners. If you're going to rate us less than 5 stars, please send me a list of the addresses you will be at what times of days, and I will come find you and convince you otherwise.
And your schedule and list of fears.
And if your review is less than 5 stars, it's 4, 3, 2, or 1 star, you can leave those reviews at www.walmart.com.
You can leave them at the But a Song podcast.
Yes, the Let's But a Song podcast.
Or truthsocial.com.
Right. Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us here again. We look forward to seeing you again next week for Season 2, Episode 7 of the Beards and Sundries podcast. And, as always,
don't forget to love yourself, because we love you.
Because we love you.
Because we love you. Happy Valentine's Day, Beardos.
Bye.
Bye. We extra love you this week.